Hi family, I hope you are well. We'll see you again for a new video on your Barça Spotlight channel. Thank you to everyone who has already subscribed, and to everyone who is subscribing to our channel. We will debrief the match of the 35th day of the Liga Clásico, which has just finished 4-3 in favor of Barça, who played at home. In the end, Barcelona were just too good, and Madrid just not good enough. Not just here, in the Clásico that effectively clinched the league title, but all season long. Hansi Flick's young team have been wild and fun, and they are going to be double winners, La Liga taken the way they played out the season. Montjuic briefly held its breath and then celebrated in the sunshine as they watched their side concede 2 inside 15 minutes, seemingly inviting a catastrophe, and still win. Because if Kylian Mbappé scored a hat-trick here, Barcelona scored more, which is what they do. 4 times Barcelona have faced their rivals this season and 4 times they have beaten them, scoring 16 times. The first set up the league season, the second won them the Super Cup, the third took the Copa del Rey, and the last, another portrait of the campaign for both sides, took Barcelona 7 points clear with only 9 in play. They trailed early, but goals from Eric García, Lamine Yamal and 2 for Raphinha saw them do it again. Any ghosts from their European exit gone on another fearless afternoon, where the only strange thing was that Madrid were ever even in it, let alone within a goal until the end. It had felt like much of this game might be decided in the mind, the psychology central to the way it played out. And if Barcelona were vulnerable having returned defeated from Milan, Madrid reminded that they could be hurt, they could not have started worse. The latest Clásico was not 3 minutes in when Pau Cubarsí sold Wojciech Szczesny short. The pass was an accident waiting to happen, and the goalkeeper's response to it was as well. Szczesny lunged at Mbappé, gifting the penalty from which the Frenchman gave Madrid the lead. Time and again, Barcelona ambushed Madrid, especially on the left. Repeatedly, they ran beyond them. So much was happening, and all at one end. It was all Madrid could do to kick the ball as far away as possible, and failing that, kick Barcelona's players. Most of the time that too was beyond them, unable to get the ball, left with 2 forwards hoping to run once in a while, a defense that was overwhelmed and a midfield that simply wasn't there. Pedri and Ferran set up Lamine Yamal to curl in a lovely and increasingly familiar equalizer, that Lamine Yamal shot going right into the far corner. Then, Mbappé and Dani Ceballos bumped into each other. It could have come to the sound of a kazoo or the crash of cymbals. Instead, it came with a roar. Barcelona were away again, Pedri recovering the ball and immediately releasing it again. Sent racing away, Raphinha steered past Courtois. In half an hour they had given Madrid a 2-goal lead, and then scored 3 themselves, and they hadn't finished yet. An outrageous pass from Lamine Yamal, headed over by Raphinha and Cubarsí missing the target. Amazingly, Madrid might have leveled when Alejandro Hernandez gave a second penalty. Mbappé had dived, but it was actually ruled out by an offside, and just before halftime it was 4. Poor Lucas Vázquez, a man forever targeted, was hunted down again. Raphinha took it off him on the edge of the area and exchanged passes with Ferran, whose neat feet set him up to score. Soon the Ols were going round. The storm clouds rolled in and out again, and although this wasn't the same anymore and didn't need to be either, Barcelona still looked more at ease, no one able to touch Pedri. A 5th from Lamine Yamal ruled out for offside early in the second half, and when Vinicius almost escaped and sought out Mbappé a little while later, Cubarsí cut it out. Carlo Ancelotti's side had a little bit of a presence now with Luka Modric and Brahim Diaz introduced at halftime, and with 20 minutes to go, Modric set Vinicius running through into space to set up Mbappé for his hat-trick. There was something about the goal that just didn't make sense. Until then, Barcelona had been enjoying this, easing their way to the close, and, rather than clinging to the hope of getting back into this, Madrid might have just wished it would end. The game, the season, the whole sorry thing. But now perhaps, with the shot count at 16-4 and the actual score at 4-3, there was something to chase, some hope to reach for. Yet it was Barcelona that kept on going, kept creating chances, kept making this fun. They got a 5th too through Ferman, but that was ruled out right at the end. 4 would do for a 4th Clásico win and league title. A goal from the youth player and a brace from the Brazilian culminated a stunning comeback for Barça against Madrid, demonstrating their enormous influence in European football. It had to be them too. With Lewandowski on the bench, lacking the good feeling that marks him out as the great goal scorer, Lamine and Raphinha completed a comeback as spectacular as it was unbridled. A goal from the youth academy product, splendid from start to finish this season, and a brace from the Brazilian with stratospheric numbers unthinkable when his departure was being considered last summer, sealed a league that has always had a Barça flavor. Given their performance this season, they are undoubtedly classic Ballon d'Or winners. Between the two of them, following the path blazed by Eric García, they secured their fourth consecutive victory over Real Madrid in a single season, something unprecedented in a single campaign, and also unprecedented in the history of the Clásicos. Hansi Flick's Barça were plunged into delirium in just 13 minutes. Real Madrid had taken a 2-0 lead in just 15 minutes, Eric García reduced the deficit in just 3 minutes, and then Lamine and Raphinha scored a 4-2 first-half goal. Montjuic was a festival of emotions. Barça confirmed that they are a team that always rises even in the most difficult moments. First, Lamine, with a long-range shot, one more, which he expertly placed in the net. It was his 16th goal of the season. The Whites have no solution for the youth team player. He scored in the 4-0 victory at the Bernabeu. He also set up a pair of goals in the 5-2 draw of the Spanish Super Cup final and the 3-2 draw in the Copa del Rey final. A long-range shot, one more, which he expertly placed in the net. It was his 16th goal of the season. The Whites have no solution for the youth team player. He scored in the 4-0 victory at the Bernabeu. He also set up a pair of goals in the 5-2 draw of the Spanish Super Cup final and the 3-2 draw in the Copa del Rey final. With Madrid stunned by the 2-2 tie, Raphinha raced down the left with speed, firing past Courtois. It's his 33rd goal of the season, his 17th in La Liga. But as the first half drew to a close, in the 45th minute, a steal from Ferran Torres, who passed to the center, allowed the Brazilian to score his second goal and extend his tally to 34, his 18th in La Liga. You couldn't ask for more. Thank you for watching the video until the end. Thanks also to those who will take 2 seconds to like the video. Tell me what you think of the situation in the comment. Give us your opinions in the comment space. Share the video if you haven't already. Thanks again, good luck and see you soon for a new video.